Hey everyone, if you are watching, I am just about to start this live workout. You are going to need some dumbbells. I'm just going to take one more minute to get myself situated. So I have got Facebook streaming over here, YouTube streaming over here. If you're watching on Facebook, please look down in the bottom left-hand corner where it says share and create a watch party. Share this with your friends, guys. Whether or not they do the workout right now, they can probably do it later. I'm just gonna go grab myself some dumbbells. If you do not have dumbbells, what works really great are water bottles or wine bottles. A full wine bottle is still gonna be a couple of pounds. You can absolutely use something like this. So grab yourself 2 weights of approximately the same weight. If you've got some dumbbells, a great recommendation would be maybe a 3 pound, a 5 pound, an 8 pound, or a 10 pound. If you're feeling strong, grab yourself a 12 and a half or a 15 pounds. Almost ready. So I have got myself a pair of 8-pound weights here. My husband is not home, so he is not going to be able to answer questions or read off questions for me. But if you do have any questions, I've got my son Cohen watching as well, and I believe he can read the comments. I could be wrong on that, so if he can't read the comments, I'm sorry if I missed your question. Please keep in mind that if you have any pain at all during this workout, to stop, listen to your body. I am doing very beginner lifts, but these are using dumbbells. So you are going to be stimulating your muscles here. Soreness is fine, pain is not. We don't want anyone to be in pain. When you're warming up, move your bum, move your bum. When you're warming up, you want to make sure that you've got something to hold on to if your balance isn't 100%. Mr. Earl, go away. Go away or you're gonna have to go. Thank you, good boy. And I've written out the workout here. You probably can't see it very well, so don't you worry. I will be explaining everything that we're doing today. Once again, grab yourself some dumbbells. If you don't have them yet, you're going to want 2 dumbbells, 1 for each hand. And we're just warming up right now. Dynamic stretching is great as a warm-up. Earl is gonna walk in and out of this video the whole time, so just ignore him. He's probably some good entertainment. The only other thing you might need is some water. Maybe a towel, that should be about it. And I'm just going to situate this a little bit. There we go. And how do things look from Facebook? Cohen, can you see me okay right here?
Yeah.
All right. You don't know if you can see comments. How about you take a look behind the phone and tell me if you can see comments behind my phone? Can you see them at the very bottom of my phone?
I'll use my phone.
All right. Okay, so let's get started. If you've got your dumbbells, first I'll go over what the workout is, and then we'll go ahead and do them. So multi-movement exercises for today. 3 sets of 12 for everything. Minimal rest in between each rest, or in between each set. So we're going to do front raises to side raises. Then we're going to be doing dumbbell squats to presses, a plank row, single leg deadlifts, overhead tricep extensions, and then calf raises. We'll start with burning out the calves 1 leg at a time, and then we'll go to both legs, okay? I'll keep this here. I'm not sure if you can read my writing very well, but it'll be a reminder for everyone. Mr. Earl, let's get you up out of here. Out of the way. Lay down. Lay down. Good boy. You stay right there. And make sure your water is close by. Grab yourself your dumbbells. Everything's going to be standing today. We're starting with front raise to side raise in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 12 of each. We're going to go to the front and to the side. That's 1. You'll notice that I'm stopping when my arms are parallel with the ground. I'm not going very high. I'm just stopping when my arms are parallel with the ground. A lot of the times you'll see people go much higher than this. That is 4. I'm going to go sideways so you can see what that looks like. 5 and 5. 6 is halfway. Work at your own pace. If you're having trouble with the reps, 12 reps, feel free to do less. This is 8 and 8. You want to do at least 8, 10, or 12. This is 9 and 9, 10 and 10, 11, 11, 12, and for the first 5, we're going to do 3 sets of 12. After that, we're just going to burn out the calves. So just a little rest. You don't want to rest too long. People always ask me, how long should I be resting for? Just rest as long as it takes you to have your heart rate come back down to a good level. You want to be able to have a conversation. If you can't talk, you need to rest longer. So I'll be resting probably a little bit more than I need to, just to make sure everybody has a good rest. I'm going to pick those bad boys back up again, and we're going to go for 12 more. So to the front and to the side is 1. This is 4. Side so you can see that view. 5 and 6. That's halfway. Or if you need to stop at 8, that's okay. 7, 8. If you can keep going, keep going. 9, 10. You can stop here if you need to. 11. And last one is 12. I bet your shoulders are feeling pretty good. We're going to do one more set. So a little bit of a rest once again, just long enough for the heart rate to go down. If you have water, grab that water. You'll notice I've got some oils diffusing in the background. I always do the energizing oils when I'm working out. All the citrusy ones, lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit. I throw some peppermint in there too. One more set for shoulders. Let's pick those up again. Notice how I pick up with my legs. My legs are doing the lifting. Let's do 12 more. To the front and the side is 1 and 2. This is 3. Show you the different angle. 4. You can stop here after 8 if you need to. If you can keep going, you may as well. This is 9. And if you need to, you can stop here at 10. But if you can, keep going. 11. And last one is 12. Awesome. Shoulders are done. Let's do a little bit of a rest again. Coming up next, we have a dumbbell squat press. This is actually also going to use our shoulders, but our legs as well. So when I say squat to press, we're doing 2 exercises in 1 rep, similar to what we just did here with the front and the side. So let's rest for about 30 more seconds and we'll get into those. If you showed up to the last class, thank you so much. That was huge. I couldn't believe how many people that actually was able to reach. If you're watching right now, like I said before, please look to the bottom left-hand corner and you'll see a button that says share if you're watching from Facebook, or if you're watching from YouTube, I believe you can share the link as well, and create a watch party. And then whoever's on your Facebook who is active at the moment, they can see this bootcamp class as well. Even if they don't want to take it right now, they might want to go back and watch it later and do the workout with me. So Susan, thank you. Share this bad boy. I appreciate it more than you even know. We're going to get into the next movement, squat to press. I'm going to start showing you this on the side so you can see how low I get with my squats. A lot of the times I see people squat like this. That's not a squat. You may as well get the whole thing. If you're going to go to the effort to try to do a squat, get the depth, okay? So these bad boys are going to go up to my shoulders, so that I can squat. See how I'm parallel with the ground? When I come up, press. So that's 1. Squat to press is 2. Squat to press is 3. I want to show you the different angles. Sorry for my crutch. Squat to press is 4. Squat to press is 5. Squat to press is 6. That's halfway. If you need to, you can stop at 8. That's 7. Squat to press. That's 8. Keep going if you can. Squat to press is 9. Squat to press is 10. Keep going if you can. Squat to press is 11. And last one, squat to press is 12. Put those bad boys down. I'm just gonna, while we're resting, see if I can see any comments, so bear with me.
A few people said hi.
Lots of people watching. Hello, everybody. I can't see any comments, but if you have any questions, feel free to put those questions in there. That was set 1 of 3 for squat to press. So I'll have just a couple more seconds to get that heart rate nice and low, and we're gonna go again for set 2 out of 3. Does everything look okay from the Facebook angle, Cohen? Good? Awesome. All right. So picking those up again. Weights go up to the shoulders. We are going to squat to press, that's 1. And 2. And 3. 4. Hi, Earl. 5. 6 is halfway to 12. 7. This is 8. If you need to stop after this one, that's okay. 9. 10. 11. And last one is 12. So the biggest thing with those bad boys, once again, is to get that depth. You want those legs to be parallel with the ground. If that means you can only do 8 reps, that's okay. It's better to do less reps with good form than to do all 12 reps with shitty form. Excuse my language. Grab some water if you need it. So since today's workout is a lot of double movements, that means that you're going to probably get quite winded. So make sure you really take advantage of this time to rest. I know I'm not setting a good example because I'm talking the whole time, but keep your talking to a minimum so that your heart rate can go down quickly. If you need to sit down, make sure you put those weights down. You'll notice I almost always put my weights down during the rest so that my heart rate does have an opportunity to really get back down to where it should be. One more set of these squat to press coming up. I'm going to grab them, show you a different angle once again. Mind Mr. Earl, if you see him in the background, he's laying on the floor now. One more thing about the squats, if you find that your knees are buckling inwards, just point your toes outwards. That will stop your knees from wanting to buckle in. Last set, best set, everybody. Bring those weights up to your shoulders, and we're going to go. Squat to press is 1. And 2. 3. 4 is halfway to 8 if you're only going to do 8. This is 5. 6. 7. And 8. If you need to stop here, that's okay. 9. 10. If you need to stop here, that's okay too. 11. And last one is 12. And rest. Put those bad boys down. Coming up next, we've got planks to rows. So really, you'll need 1 dumbbell for this. We're going to switch sides. So take your time resting first. Just bear with me. It's beautiful in the Okanagan. I don't know where you guys are, but Okanagan Lake is right out that door. The sun is shining, and I think spring is actually here, guys.
I'll read the comments.
Yes, please. All right, so while we're resting, Cohen is going to read some comments to me. What have we got? There's none yet. So if you're watching and you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and my man son over here will read them off to me. So for the plank to row, I'm going to move as far away as possible so you can see my nice straight back. You don't want to have a V in your body. You want to be as close to straight as you can. So I'm going to hold my dumbbells And I'm going to start with my weaker side, which is my left. So actually I'll go this way. Once again, 3 sets of 12. I'm gonna make a straight line with my body, so no V's, just a straight line from shoulders. And we're going to go 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, 6 and 6, 7, hi Betty, and 7, 8 and 8, 9 and 9, 10 and 10, 11, 11, 12 and 12. Woo, that's a hard one. Hi Betty. Hi Betty, are you checking on me? Are you checking on me? Take a good rest, everybody. Hello. Hello. Earl just has to be involved. Hi. Hi. Okay, go back. Go back. I don't want to kiss, thank you. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have a good rest after that. That one's really tough. And if you're finding that it's very tough on your wrists, then you might want to consider lowering the weight for this one. Stay on your bum. On your bum. On your bum. Thank you. It's like, what is happening, Mom? Okay, just about 30 more seconds of rest here. I need my heart rate to go down too. Good boy. And if you have water, make sure you grab your water. Okay, Earl, up on the couch, please. Out of my way. Good boy. Stay there. Stay down. 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 Good. Stay. Stay. Okay, so I'm going to show you a different angle this time for set 2 out of 3. Once again, I'm starting on my weak side. For most who are right-handed, that means that our left side is our weak side. If you were the opposite and your right side is your weaker side, definitely start with that one, okay? Keep that elbow as close to your body as possible. You don't want your elbows to be way out here when you do the rows. You want them to be nice and close. Stay. No, thank you. Go. All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1 and 1. 2 and 2. 3 and 3. 4 and 4. Hi, bud. 5 and 5. 6 and 6. 7, 7, 8 and 8. 9 and 9. 10 and 10, 11, 11, 12, and 12. Woo! That's a hard one for sure. Woo! Take a good rest here, everyone. Make sure if you can't hear my music, you throw some music on in your house. It's a huge motivator. Also, working out is a super easy way to get your water in. Hi, bud. Hi, bud. Hi. Good boy. Good boy. There's a couple videos of Earl here on my YouTube, so if you're watching from YouTube, make sure you check those out. I've got a birth to 2 years old video of him, and I've also got a terrible video where he tries to catch some deer. We don't let him do that, but he definitely tried. And 1 more set of these left, okay? Getting a good stretch in there because my upper body is feeling very sore. Remember, soreness is good. Pain is not good. All right, all right, all right. We're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last set, best set, everyone. 1 and 1. Try not to tilt your hips a lot with this. 2 and 2. Both hips pointing to the ground. 3 and 3. 4 4, and 4, 5, and 5, 6, and 6, 7, and 7, more than halfway, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, almost there, 11, 12, and 12. Woo! Such a good one. Ooh, my abs are sore, my shoulders are sore. Let's just hang tight here for a minute and take a rest. Woo! Next up, single leg dumbbell deadlifts. You might want to have a chair nearby for this one for balance. Bear with me, I'm going to grab myself a chair. So with this one, we just need one dumbbell. Once again, 3 sets of 12 for each side. So I'm starting with my left. Notice the trend here? I'm always starting with my left. So that means that my dumbbell is in my left hand as well, and I'm using my right for balance. So the big thing with the dumbbell deadlift is that you want both of those hips pointing to the ground. You don't want to be twisted this way or twisted that way. That's really the hardest part of the whole movement. So holding on to something for balance, left foot stays planted, right foot's going to go behind me. The dumbbell is going to go from my hip to the ground, as close to my leg as possible. We're going to go right away with 1. This foot stays up. 2, 3, and 4. Both hips stay pointed to the ground. 5. You'll feel the stretch back here under your bum above your knee. 6, 7, and 8. Nice straight back. 9. My upper body's not moving, it's just holding the weight. 10, 11, and 12. Now what I like about these single leg movements is that you don't really need much of a rest. I didn't use my right leg at all. So I'm switching right away. Dumbbell goes into the right hand. Right foot stays planted. I'm using my left hand for balance on the chair and going right away. 1, 2. This left foot's not going to touch the ground at all. 3. Both hips are facing the ground. 4, 5, and 6 is halfway. 7, and now we're at 8, almost there. If you need to stop at 8, that's okay. And 10, if you need to stop at 10, that's fine too. 11, and last one is 12. Little rest, once again, with the single leg movement. My opposite leg got a rest while I was working the opposite leg. So typically, you don't need to rest for quite as long when you're doing these single leg movements. You come out of the way, boy. So now, once again, dumbbell goes in the left hand. Right hand is on the chair for balance. My left foot is staying planted. My hips are pointing to the ground. 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5. For tall people, you might not be able to get close to the ground. That's okay. Just get as close as you possibly can. This is 7, and 8, 9, almost there. 10, and 2 more left. 11, and last one is 12. Switching legs. Once again, I find I don't need much of a rest between the legs. If you do feel like you need a rest and you're catching the replay, just pause the video. If you're watching live, maybe consider doing 8 or 10 reps instead of 12 so you can stay in line with me. Dumbbell goes in the right hand, right foot stays planted, left hand is touching the chair for balance, and we're going right away. This is 1. Both hips are pointing to the ground. And 2. Dumbbell stays close to my leg. 3, getting as close to the ground as I can. Notice my knee is locked out on my right leg. 4, so no bend in that right leg at all. 5, and we're at 6, and 7, more than halfway. 8, now we're at 9, almost there, we've got 3 more. 10, 11, and last one, 12. We've done both legs twice. We're going to do each leg one more time. Very minimal rest here because my other leg was resting while I worked the opposite leg. Dumbbell goes in the left hand, left leg stays straight. Right hand goes on the chair for balance, and go. This is 1, and 2. Hips face the ground. 3, and 4. This is 5, and 6 is halfway. Last set, best set. Let's finish this up. 7, and 8. This is 9, 3 more. We've got 10, 11, and last one is 12. One more leg, 12 more reps, and these dumbbell deadlifts are done. So my dumbbell is now going in my right hand. My right leg is planted on the ground. Knee is locked out, and I'm not moving that foot. My left hand is on the chair for balance, and my left foot is going in the air for 1, and 2. We're at 3, and 4. Coming up on 5, and 6. Halfway, guys. 7. Last set, best set. Let's finish strong. We're at 8. Now on to 9. And 10. Almost there. 11. And last one coming is 12. Dumbbell deadlifts are done, so I'm going to move my chair out of the way. So we finished the front to side raises. We finished the dumbbell squat to press. We finished the plank to row. We finished the single leg dumbbell deadlift. We are well over halfway done. Coming up next, we've got some overhead tricep extensions. Once again, these require 1 dumbbell. I'll show you all the different angles so you can make sure you're doing these correctly. I do often see them being performed incorrectly. You want to make sure that you're targeting your triceps with the overhead extension, not your lats, which are down here. So grab yourself 1 dumbbell. It's going to go up and over your head. Your elbows are going to pretend to squeeze your face. You don't want them way out here, okay? Elbows nice and close. And we're going down. 1, and 2. If you need to bend your knees, that's okay. And 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7. Notice how my elbows are still nice and close. 8. I'm not letting them flail out to the sides. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, during this rest, be mindful of which hand was holding the dumbbell. You really want to keep things even. So I'm going to make sure for my second set that I switch which hand is closest to the dumbbell, okay? Obviously, one side is going to get you slightly more work than the other because we are doing 3 sets rather than an even number of sets. So let's just rest a little bit. We're getting really close to being done, guys. If you're still watching, good job. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me, but most importantly, good job. This is not easy. It would be so easy to just say, fuck it, and not do any exercise during this quarantine time. But where is that gonna get you? Are you gonna be happy? Probably not. I often choose the easy way out, and I don't feel very good about myself when I do. So let's get that dopamine release, let's get those endorphins released, and let's get feeling good about ourselves and set our body up to have a healthy immune system. Exercise is so much more about attempting to get abs. It's definitely great for your mental health. It's great for your immune system. It makes you feel good. So let's get it. 2 more sets of tricep extensions. These bad boys right here, going right back over my head. Elbows are staying nice and close, and we're going for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, and 6 is halfway. Don't let those elbows come out. 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And rest. We've got 1 more set. If those are just too easy with that 1 dumbbell, feel free to hold a dumbbell in each hand. I'll do 1 set with those, this last set, so you can see what that looks like. It does require a little bit more control. A few more seconds of rest here, and we'll get into our last set. After this, we've just got some calves to burn out. I'll show you how to do those coming up, and then we will make sure to get a really good stretch in. Stretching is something that a lot of people skimp on, but is so important for injury prevention and also to speed up the lactic acid breakdown. When you're feeling sore after a workout, that's a buildup of lactic acid, but if you get a really good stretch in, that's a great way to prevent that lactic acid buildup. So if you're using 2 dumbbells or 1, let's get started. They both go up and over your head. Hold them nice and close together while also keeping your elbows together. You can see how I have them held here, and we're going to go for 1 and 2, 3, don't let those elbows go out. 4, see how my elbows are still nice and close. 5, they're not way out here. You want them nice and close to your face. 6 and 7, 8 and 9, 10, almost there, 11, and last one is 12. Good job if you are still here. We've just got some calves to burn out. We're gonna start with single leg calf raises. How to do a single leg calf raise is very simple. You're gonna hold the dumbbell in the foot that's working. So I'm putting 1 down. I'm going to start with my left leg. I'm going to hold on to something for balance. I've just got 1 finger here on the table. I don't want to put all my weight on there because I want my weight to go onto that first calf. So finger here, right foot hooks around my left. Holding the dumbbell with my left. We're going for 25. If you need a rest, take a rest. If you can't do all 25, that's okay. Do as many as you can. I'm going up as high as I can, and then down as low as I can without actually putting my heel on the ground. It's just hovering there. So that's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, ouch, 14, 15, you guys feeling this? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. So that is 1 set for 1 leg. You switch hands with your dumbbell. You don't need much of a rest because we're working opposite legs. Now I'm touching the table with my left hand. My left foot is hooking around my right leg. I'm going up as high as I can on my right leg, down as low as I can without actually putting that heel on the ground. That's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, more than halfway, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Let's definitely take a rest here, okay, everyone? If you are still here and you're having a hard time with these calf raises, make sure you roll out your ankles, which will also roll out your calves while we're resting, okay? We're gonna go back and do 2 more sets for each leg, and then we're going to do this again with both legs at the same time. So I'm starting with my left leg, which means that my dumbbell goes in my left hand. I'm just touching the table with my right hand. My right leg hooks around my left leg, and with my left foot planted on the ground, I'm going up as high as I can, down as low as I can, without putting that heel on the ground. It's just hovering above the carpet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, almost there, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Little bit of a rest. Don't be surprised if you feel this into your quads, into your hamstrings, or even into your glutes. That's totally common and expected. We don't have a step to work on, so our body is helping us for sure. Dumbbell switches to the right hand. Right foot is planted on the ground. Left hand is holding the table for balance. Left foot wraps around that right foot. We're gonna go up as high as we can onto that right toe. Ooh, I almost lost my balance there. Down as low as I can without actually touching the ground for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you go faster or slower, that's fine. We're at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, almost there, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Take a little rest and grab some water, everyone. We've got one more set for each leg, and then we are almost done. This is a good workout. This workout is actually one that I designed for one of my online clients who lives in Switzerland. She wasn't 100% sure about some of the exercises, so I thought that I would do this workout today so that she can see it and understand exactly what I'm looking for from her. Just like everybody else, she's working out from home, but she was working out from home before the gyms closed. So she's had a couple different workout programs from me, but this is a new one for her. I hope this helps her. Gemma, if you're watching, I really hope you enjoy this. And if anyone else is watching and working out along, thank you so much for the support. One more set for each leg. Dumbbell is going into the right hand. Right foot is staying planted on the ground. Right hand is touching the table for balance. Right foot is going to wrap around that left one. We're going to go up as high as we can, down as low as we can without actually touching the ground. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, more than halfway. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Woo, it's hard. 24 and 25. Woo. By now, your calves are probably feeling this for sure. So that's why it's definitely a little bit harder on the last set. We've got one more leg for the single leg. So dumbbell goes into the right hand. Right foot is planted on the ground. Left hand touches the table for balance. Left foot wraps around that right leg. On the right foot, I'm going up as high as I can, and then as low as I can without putting my heel on the ground. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, more than halfway. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Good job. That was very tough for sure. We've got one more exercise left before we get into the stretching. So for our last exercise, once again, just one dumbbell, except this time we're going to hold it in both hands. So make sure it's feeling quite even. We are also going to be working on our calves. So if you want to roll out those ankles and stretch out those calves, that's definitely going to help make this a little bit easier. We are going to do 3 sets once again, but because we're using both feet, it's going to feel a little bit easier. So instead of 25 reps, we're going to do 50. With this one, we're going to play around with some different angles so we get the different areas of our calf muscles. I'm going to do the first set with my toes pointed straight and my feet quite narrow. So my feet are very close together. Let's go right away up as high as we can and then as low as we can without actually putting our heel on the ground. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If you need a rest, take a rest. Anytime you want, just get back into it as soon as you can. That's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. We're more than halfway. And 30. This is 35. And 40, 10 more. This is 45. 49, and 50. Let's rest, everyone. Roll out those ankles, stretch out those calves. We're gonna do 2 more sets, but this time we're going to work different angles of our calf muscles. The different angles get the different muscles in our calves. A lot of people work the big bulky calf on the inside, but there's lots of little calf muscles on the sides as well. Let's definitely make sure that we get those. So grab yourself some water. We're gonna rest for about 10 more seconds. We are almost done. We're at 40 some odd minutes. The beginning was just a warm up. So I'm gonna say this is so far about a 35-minute workout. You don't have to work out for an hour every time. It just happens to be that most of my workouts end up being an hour. And this one's definitely a little bit quicker. So this time, let's point our toes out. We're gonna point both toes out quite far. This is going to get the little angle, the little muscles rather, on the sides of our calf muscles. So I'll go back far so you guys can see where my feet are. My toes are pointed out to opposite sides. I'm holding the weight here. I'm going up as high as I can and then down as low as I can without actually putting my heels on the ground. That's 2 and 3, 4, 5. You'll definitely feel this in your quads as well. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you feel like you need more, feel free to curl this. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 is halfway. If you need to resituate those feet, you go ahead and do that. I want you to make sure you have good balance here. We're at 25. Let's go for 26, 27, 28, 29. That's 30. 32. And 35, 15 more. And we're up to 40, 10 more. And 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Let's make sure we get a really good rest because we've got 1 more set left. After each set, as our calves get worked harder and harder, it makes it more challenging to finish the next set. So let's make sure we get a really good rest. You'll notice I roll out my ankles when we're resting. That does reduce the stretch in your calf muscle. So it's a little bit of a calf stretch as well, even though I'm rolling up the ankles. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier once we get to that last set. If you brought water, make sure that you drink some water right now too. Last set, best set. Any questions from Mr. Cohen? You notice any comments or questions in the feed, Cohen?
No, you didn't get any questions, but
One more set, just bear with me. We're gonna get started here shortly.
It's a while ago.
Awesome. All right, I can see lots of you guys are watching. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. And if you're getting the workout in, good fucking job. It's not an easy one. For the last set, my toes are gonna be straight again, but the first set we had them very close together. This set we're gonna have them a little bit further apart, about shoulder width apart. Now when I say shoulder width, a lot of the times what I see is people still stay quite narrow. But the thing is, our shoulders are generally wider than our hips. So make sure that your feet are actually shoulder width apart. Holding the dumbbell with both hands. My toes are just pointed straight in front of me. Last set, best set. Let's go as high as we can and then as low as we can without actually touching the ground. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Last set, best set. 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, halfway, 28, 29, and 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. Almost there. 37, 38, 39, and 40. 10 more to go. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Well done. If you were doing that, congratulations. I know it's not an easy workout, but you just killed it. I know I'm probably going to be sore tomorrow, so I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were too. You can't finish a workout without a good stretch. So please make sure you don't skimp on this area. Since we just worked our calves, that is an area that I would like to absolutely make sure we stretch out. So leaning over, stretching out our lower body. Feel free to follow along with me for the stretch, or if you have an area of your body that you know needs a little bit more attention, absolutely feel free to do that. Chloe, can you let Earl back in, please? So stretching our lower body, there's a million and one things that we can do here. I'm just going to show us about half a dozen to a dozen of them. Notice my back is nice and straight, it's not rounded. I am rolling out my ankles. Here comes the giant doggy. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. And make sure to keep things even, okay? You'll notice even throughout the stretching that I always start with my weak side first. I know with myself, my weak side is my left. So I'm definitely going to be stretching that out first with every stretch that I do. I know Earl's kind of walking in front, so you might not be able to see what I'm doing, but I'm still stretching. I'm still rolling out my ankles here. Then I'm going to get into a quad stretch. We did do some squats at the very beginning. So if your quads are feeling this, if you need balance, hold on to something. Work on your balance if you know you need balance. That's something that comes with time for sure. And we usually have one side that's got a little better balance than the other side. You'll notice at the beginning of this workout, I did dynamic stretching. Dynamic stretching is where you're stretching while you're moving. I saved these static stretches for the very end, okay? Static stretches are the ones where you hold for 15 to 30 seconds. If you remember, never stretch a cold muscle. It'll be easy to remember these. Then I'm moving up into the front. Earl, come out of the way. Good boy. And once again, if balance is not your strong suit, this might be a hard one. And I'm also rolling out my ankles while I do these stretches as well. Maya, you can come stretch with me if you want. My daughter's hiding in the background, but she's stretching along with us. So we're rolling out the ankles while we're stretching the quads and the hamstrings here. About 15 to 30 seconds for each side. This one coming up might be a little bit tough for some. So if you can't reach your toes, that's okay. Just get as low as you can. I am going to lock my knees out so my legs stay nice and straight. And I'm reaching down to my toes. I'm pretty short, so this one's easy for me. If you are vertically challenged like I am, put your bum down. Sorry guys, I just got the full moon from Mr. Earl. If you're vertically challenged like I am and touching your toes is no problem, and you can actually stretch further and reach behind your feet. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Good boy. Now we did, of course, work our upper body as well. So let's make sure we get some good stretches in there. We did a lot of shoulder work with the front raises and the press. So I'm going to stretch out both of my shoulders. Holding these bad boys for a good 15 to 20 seconds each. I know I did kind of skimp the warm up a little bit, but try not to do that. Hi. Good sit. You stay there. Good boy. Good boy. Remember to hold each of these stretches for a good 15 to 30 seconds each. Oh, is that right? Is that right? What else do you have to say to me? We also worked our triceps today. So let's bring a hand up and over our shoulder. This is going to stretch out our triceps right here, guys.
Earl, catch.
Oh, he got a treat. He was a good boy. I think he deserves the treat.
Sit. Sit down.
Hold this one for a good 15 to 30 seconds and then switch to the other arm. Oh, he's working for his treats now. Good boy. Good boy. You can get a good side bend in when you do this tricep stretch as well. Stretch out those lat muscles. We did a little bit of back work with the plank to rows. And the other side as well. Great. And last but not least, give yourself a freaking pat on the back because that was a wicked workout. Remember guys, I'm going to be doing these live boot camp classes every Wednesday. It started at 4 o'clock for me here on the West Coast. If you're spread out everywhere else else in the world, then obviously the timing is going to be different. If you're not 100% sure what time that is for you, just Google, what time is it where I am when it's 4 p.m. in BC? And that should tell you what time it is when I do these classes, Wednesdays, 4 p.m. PST. If you are one of my Transformation Challenge clients, I am going to be rotating through your workouts. I am going to be taking this chalkboard here, and I'm going to be writing out your different workouts. It's my chalkboard, actually. So if you're one of my Transformation clients or one of my month-to-month clients, and you would like me to demonstrate your workout, please let me know. Let me know which workout you'd like me to demonstrate, and I have no problem doing that. Absolutely everyone is doing home workouts right now, so I can do all the workouts here no matter what equipment is required, or downstairs in my gym where I've got my squat rack and my cable machine. Thank you so much once again for coming out. Say goodbye to Mr. Earl. Earl, hang on just a second. Come here, Earl. Earl, can I have a hug? Earl. Good boy, good boy. Say bye, Earl. Say thanks for coming, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are subscribed and following my channel. And if you are, and you have been for quite some time, you fucking rock. Thank you. I'm gonna end this one right here on YouTube. Thanks, guys. And that bad boy. And I'm gonna